Hi everyone, I'm Jules Martin. I'm Developer Relation Manager at Scaleway, and today I'm going to introduce you our new range of instances, the PRO2 instances. So, in a nutshell, what are they? They are the latest generation of our general purpose instances. They are designed for high performance workloads in a production environment. They are based on the new AMD EPIC 7003 processor, which is one of the highest performing processor currently in the world. These instances have much better performances than the old GP, and so you will be able to deploy everything you need on these instances. Two main differences. We offer a wider range of instances with the Pro2, and they are available with button block on them, and so you will automatically have block storage automatically mounted on this instance, this kind of instance. So you have a lot of different features. So button block, as I say, security groups and placement groups, snapshot, backups, private network, public gateway, load balancer, and many more. I'm not going to show you everything today. I'm going to show you a quick demo after I end my presentation. And yeah, also basically they are available and integrated with all of our public cloud ecosystem. As I said, so you have the technical, I would say, dashboard of this instance. We have a wider range of instance that we have before. It starts with 2 vCPU until 32 vCPU, from 8 gigabits of RAM until 128, and you can add until I think 10 terabytes of block storage per instance. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a bit of the console. I'm going to create a Pro2 from this console. I'm going after that to show you how to do a backup. And the thing is, I'm going to start a web server on this instance. And I want just to show you how you can back up really easily your web server with your instance. I'm not going to show you the snapshot part with the, I would say, data backup. I'm just going to create images of my current web server. Let's go. Up, demo. So just come back on my project. So I already created an instances just in case, but I'm going to do right now a new one. And as you can see, this is my organization dashboard. You can see everything, but I just set up a project for my test. So I'm going to deploy everything on PRO2. So like every other instance or feature project at Scaleway, you have to choose an availability zone first. And this is basically the geographical location of your data center. So I'm going to go with PRO2 XXS, 2 cores, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I'm going to add the SSD disk after. And as you can see, you have up to 350 megabytes per second of bandwidth. As a reminder, the bandwidth at Scaleway is free ingress and egress. So I choose an image. I'm just going to go with classic Ubuntu. I'm going to add, just to show you a bit more memory disk to my instance on my main volume called, I'm just going to let the name system volume. I'm going to select the same operating system for my volume. I'm going to call this instance Jules PRO2 demo. As you can see, you have a lot of advanced options. I would say, IPv6, flexible IP, and cloud init, for example. So IPv6, this is straightforward. Flexible IP is just the fact that your public IPv4 IP can be attached and detached as many times as you want from your instance. It can be useful, for example, if you are doing, I don't know, A/B testing, canary testing, blue-green deployment, sorry, just to change, to move your IP from one instance to another, or to keep your IP for later, for, I don't know, deployment reason or network reason, for example. And local boot, Bootscript, and Cloud Init are basically scripts that are going to be already launched when you're going to deploy your PRO2 instance. I already added my SSH key, my public SSH key, and one of the cool things at Scaleway is that you can have your estimated cost of your product before launching it. So you are going to have a summary of your product, and you are going to have the cost by hour, by day, or by month. Obviously, by month, it's the total price if the instance, in our case, is running during all the months without never switching it off. So I'm going to create my instance. Just to say, even if I'm not going to show you it today because this is a demo console, you can do exactly the same thing with a CLI, with an API call, or with Terraform. So like you can see, I have the dashboard, summary dashboard of my instance. You can see many different information. We are basically just going to connect through SSH to my instance and do a backup without anything on it, and create a web server. I'm going to show you the web server, and I'm going to create a backup with this second state, showing you how the backup does its job. So, okay, so I'm going to simply SSH. Yes, because I don't know the IP. Okay, so I have basically nothing there. So I'm coming back to my instance. I'm going to just create a backup. It was super quick. So now I'm going to my other instance, this one, just to get the web server configuration that I already put in place. Just to check vim web server.py. Oops. Yeah, perfect. So I'm simply going to copy paste everything. Where should I stop? Oh yeah, sorry. So it's of course all the HTML part. Sorry, I think. Okay. I'm sorry. It's a bit difficult. Okay, finally, I get to the right point. Okay, let's create a web server here too. Web server 1, just to make sure this is not the same. Okay, let's just cut it to check that everything is set in place correctly. Yes. Okay. So basically, what I'm going to do is just first I'm going to show you that it's working. So I just run my web server, and if I come back to my instance demo, obviously during a demo there's always some lag. It's going to come. I'm going to wait a little. No, it should work. I don't have any error message or anything. Okay, it's just that it took time. The first time I set up the web server, I think. So this is basic HTML, just to show you that I took the public IP of the instance where I set up the web server. I launched my web server, and now you can see a lot of interesting information about me and my nickname, which is Julio. Okay, I'm basically going to kill this server. Okay, I don't do it in a really proper way, but we don't mind for this test. And so PRO2 demo, and I'm going to do another backup. And what we are going to see there, I didn't quit this one too. Okay, let's clear everything. I'm going to set up 2 new instances from my backup. So, okay, general purpose, PRO2 on Paris 2. This is the, yes, right image. Just going to call it test backup 1. As you can guess, I'm going to do exactly the same thing with but there is something that I should have done a bit differently. It's giving more different name. I'm just going to connect to instance backup to see which backup I choose. I should have been a bit more cautious. Yeah, so okay, I choose the right one. There is nothing on this instance because I did the backup before creating the web server. If I create an instance from this backup, yes, perfect. Test. How did I call it? Test backup 2. It's going to show me a new instance with my web server on it. So this is the purpose of the demo. As you can see, it's super quick to set up instances. Also, something I didn't mention, but you have every features, I would say design, and that are going to work with your instance. I'm going to show you everything just after. And we're going to exit it. And so yes, I have my web server here, as you can see, everything. So the test worked. I did a backup before creating anything on my web server and the backup after, and this is really convenient and useful to have backup and to do backup on a daily basis to keep track of what you have done. I'm going to show you that you can delete everything really quickly, and yeah, we are going to delete the block storage part also. So you have the list of your volumes here, the list of your images. If I want to have a snapshot and at Scaleway, what does that mean to have a snapshot? You always have this kind of information there if you want more information, but this is basically a full volume copy of your data, of your volume at a precise moment. So here I have the list of my IPs. I can see that I have an IP with no instance. I can delete it. This is something that I forgot from previous demo, I think. Something interesting is that you can add your instances to your private network. And this is really important to secure your architecture environment. In our case, and I already did a demo about that, it's kind of best practice to not keep your public IP, to put your web server in a private network, and to install a public gateway and a load balancer in front of your instance for networking reason, for security. I did a demo about that, and you can find it on the Scaleway YouTube channel if it interests you. As I've already shown you, I can detach really easily my instance, and now I have my instance inside this private network, and so nobody can access my instance from the outside. So it's already more than 15 minutes. I think I'm done with the demo of the Pro2. If you have any question, don't hesitate to reach us out, and we will give you all the information you need. Thank you very much for your time, and have a nice day. Bye.